Today, we're attempting to do something that's never been done before. Podcast from 103 stories above the city. We're out on the glass bottom ledge, top of the Sears. Make that the Willis Tower. It is the Chicago Podcast. I'm Brendan Greeley.
I headed straight down for Chicago. When I revved 294, I was thinking about your front yard and your face behind the door. And every page I leave unmarked is waiting for your picture. And every seat I sit beside, I feel like I am right here with you.
I'm here with Randy Stancik, General Manager, Skydeck Chicago. How you doing, Randy?
Doing very well. Welcome to the ledge at Willis Tower.
Thank you. And first off, let me say Randy Stancik is a great Chicago name. Like to say with a Chicago accent, it's a Randy Stancik. Yeah, I got a guy at Skydeck.
And that's exactly it. You know, I'm a South Side guy. I work hard to get rid of some of the D's and Dems and U's and all those things that come with it. And my dad gave me a long name. It's Randall, but I put Randy on my first business card, and he got crazy on me. So it's like, don't change the name. You know, we gave you that name for a reason. You know, you literally rise above all that. You know, right. So that was kind of the background. And of course, the last name is very ethnic and very strong and very Chicago. So thank you for noticing.
Yeah, very Chicago. And speaking of very Chicago, we are standing above Chicago, as high up as you can get. I got to confess, and I maybe it's a bit of a trope for a lifelong Chicagoan, first time up here on the 103rd floor.
You know, you're the hardest person for us to get visit. We had people from over 146 countries last year, every zip code, every state. But the locals, I'll get there tomorrow. I'll wait till somebody's from out of town, and next thing you know, you're gone. But let's say you're in Cleveland for a couple of days, you're going to do everything you possibly can. So it's hard. But we do a lot of events throughout the year for locals. Exercise series, you know, the annual stair climb we do in November, we raise over $1 million for charity. So anything we can do, we know we have to work hard to get the locals to come and trust us and have a great memory. That's what we're all about.
And as we're coming up today, I noticed a lot of school groups of kids coming up, and their eyes just lit up.
You know, it's very voyeuristic. You can look over to the ledge right next to us, and you watch this little kid right there in his eyes. He doesn't know what it is. If it's awe, confusion, excitement, it's great. And then the museum we have downstairs, a 30,000 square foot museum that we spent tens of millions of dollars on to showcase the best of the city. We did that to be interactive, too. So these kids are sitting all over this huge pizza bed we have down there. That thing weighs 225 pounds. It is a piece of park equipment for all practical purposes, but we took the approach, let's let people engage, feel the city, tell our stories. 17% of the guests will read every word. Some just want to put their forehead on the window or lick the window. Sure. It's their memory. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have said that. but it's really, you know, but that's, you know, so we can go either way. We have a lesson plan, over 40 pages of stuff for the school groups. The group business, I don't think there's anybody who does the volume of groups that we do into the city of Chicago. So we're really pleased, and a lot of those are local, and this is their first time visiting. So we can shape that mind. They can be our evangelists. They can go tell people about it. It's great for business, but it's also great for being a Chicago icon, but not taking it for granted.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, obviously these views, and we got a beautiful day here today. So just a few of the things that we can see from the ledge here.
You know, the best part about the ledge is it's 1.5 inches thick of glass. So it's clear, it's transparent. All the way straight down, we have Whacker Drive. So right now we probably have a couple different buses, whether a CTA school bus, you have the boats on the river, which are fabulous. You're picking up the United Center out west. We've got the airports, both directions. And of course, in a few hours, sunset is unmatched from up here. So really great stuff on the west side. The east side has the loop, it has the water. And most people visiting, or most people from Chicago, don't realize how big Lake Michigan is and how clear it is. It looks tropical on a lot of summer days. So it's really great. North is spectacular. It goes all the way to Wisconsin, the waterfront. South, we have so many stories to tell with the museums, Navy Pier, and it's all a part of it. If you take that museum being a big way to see and feel Chicago, the food, the people, the art, the culture, you roll that into the views that I just referenced, and then you talk about the knee buckling experience that we have right now. And by the way, I know everything about this project. My knees are buckled right now. I know it's one of the safest places to be, you know, and I got it, but it's just not natural, and you're not trained to do that. So that's part of the draw, too. We took out all the handrails originally. Then we started taking out some of the steel in the middle. And it's not to make it less structural, because we spent 1.5 years in engineering, 9 different firms, 3 different peer reviews. Of course we did. But we don't want people to feel that. So really, we step out and it's like, can I do this? Did they spend any time on this? And that's all part of the feel. And that's what we're always trying to do here.
Yeah, I that first step, I was like,
should I do this? Then I step out, like, oh yeah. Then you're out here and you're like,
you have no choice. And that's the thing too. You're in control of the experience. It's 2 steps on, 2 steps off. Before you leave here today, you'll see people sitting down, looking back. That seems to be a popular pose. Jumping, which is totally okay. We could fit 2 baby elephants in here. And we actually took a call once, saying, hey, like it holds 2 baby elephants, right? And we're like, yeah, we can't get them up the elevator, so we don't have to worry about that part. But this is really just a nice feel, knee buckling, you get the views down. But when you add all 3 in for an hour to an hour and a half of your time, you're going to have a great memory.
And, you mentioned people from all over the world coming here, and you must see reactions from tourists. I'm sure people come up and say, wow, this blew my mind, this particular thing they really love. I'm sure you get all sorts of compliments from folks.
We do, and the biggest compliment they get is they go and tell people. They give us a great rating. We're currently like a 9.4 out of 10 internally on our customer satisfaction. We didn't have to, though. We do, we know that it may not come back again, but they have to go and tell people about it. They have to share those pictures. When we developed this, MySpace and Facebook were fighting for the platform of social media. We didn't know where it was going to go. That was back in 2007. It wasn't designed to be an Instagram type museum or sensation. It really is. And just as I speak right now, somebody's sitting right over there. I know it's theater, but that could be worth what they're trying to accomplish. And it could be somebody. This is marriage proposals. We've done over 1,500, I think, marriage proposals up here. We have dining after hours with the 3-course Giordano's dinner that we'll put right here. We put that on the 99th floor down there. So what can we do to create these higher end experiences as well? And we just listen to our guests. So to your original question is, people come from all over. You never know what they expect. They might want to learn. They might want to talk to a Chicagoan for a while. We have a whole team of people here who are trained on that, but also have the pride of Chicago, which is something we hire for.
Yeah, everyone I've talked to on the staff is just like full of love for Chicago and the tower. It's just it comes across, and like walking through the museum down there, it's the love came across, no doubt.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something we hire for, we train for, and we just empower them to make people's day. Unreasonable hospitality is something we try to strive for.
Yeah. And Ferris Bueller, of course, famously was up here. I saw the footprints over there where you can stand where Ferris and Cameron stood.
It's something that was part of the inspiration for the ledge. When I came here, they told me I had so much money. It turned out we didn't have a ton, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but we figured it out. All the forehead prints on the window, trying to get the view down. Everybody was focused out, but trying to get that view down. And that started with Ferris, I'm sure. Started with him, and it may have been, 10 seconds in the movie. It started with that. To this day, people are showing up with Ferris shirts. We had a group of 50 come through last week. You have individual stuff. We do have some stuff we merchandise too. But at the end of the day, that was part of the inspiration. I couldn't get people to the roof, and I wanted to get people outside. Quickly couldn't figure out that up on the roofs. So we started working on this, and this was something that was really, really quiet because people didn't necessarily believe it. Zero market research, and we had the opportunity to make it kind of cool. Like, what do people want? They want a memory versus just check the box. I went there, took it off the list, I looked out. So that's why it tied in again with the new museum, with the ledge, with the views. The elevator ride up and down is interactive. We work hard in our marketplace to not just have the stuff you expect, the t-shirts, the magnets, the keychains, but we brought back a Sears Tower throwback line. We make glass. We make products out of the glass. The top piece is replaced twice a year. We take that, bust that up, and make it into things. So it's like, what else can we possibly do? And we'll never stop on that.
So I could have a Skydeck coffee table, or?
We could probably work on that. You can work on that if you want that. Yeah, that'll be good. We're melting it down into smaller things, usually portable for our guests.
Okay, sure. That makes more sense, Randy.
Yeah, maybe a 7-foot statue of you. Yeah, it'd be great.
And that's part of it. You can really make a whole day out of this. It's not just come up, look out the window, and leave. You can make a day out of this with the family or friends in town.
What a lot of people might think of Skydeck might be the last time I was there was a second grade field trip, right? It might have been when Aunt Josie was in town. It might be something like that. And it was kind of like kept separate than the building. It was just, you come here to work, you come here to visit people working, or you come up top to see the Skydeck. We changed all that. We opened up and we built 300,000 square feet around the property. I think we have about 14 places to eat, drink, including alcohol, all kinds of places to sit. Directly below us, we have a rooftop garden down there that's open to the public. And I think that these are all the places we want them to mesh. And we didn't settle for just to be a food hall or food court. It wasn't Chipotle. It was Rick Bayless's Tortazo. Do Right Donuts instead of Dunkin' Donuts. Starbucks is still the king and queen, so they stay down there, and it's one of the best ones in the Midwest too. So it's but we have plenty of places. Mendocino Farms had its first location here in Chicago. You just keep going down the list, and it's really a great opportunity to do that. Have grab and go for both the office and the people here, and it's a place you can hang out and feel comfortable, and it helps spur some of the development in this area. Soon after, there was a hotel purchased across the street. They put 2 hotels into the building. Other offices are flipping a condo. It's all part of a really cool vibe being along the river.
And finally, I wanted to ask you about the history of this building and just what it means to Chicago and the world. I mean, such an icon as we've said, and it's a beautiful way of we've preserved the history of it, but also made it such an interactive, fun place to be in modern times.
Yeah, it's growing up, and I'm going to date myself, but I saw this building come out of the ground. I saw it from a distance. I came from a blue-collar suburb where full of carpenters, but any carpenter that was working on this building, you're like, ooh, they're on a different social status. That family must have a pool. That must be a certain thing. Then you had a chance to come here, and then you had a chance to really share it and then talk about it. It's a feel and a sense of pride. But when it opened up, only the few people could come into the office part of it, but then the Skydeck opened, and that's where we had a chance to have the world's tallest for 25 years. It was an awesome thing, and I think Now it's one of the top 10 in the U.S., but we're really proud of the fact that it's ours. We have this. We do things. We light the antennas up top for all different. We change that almost every night, and a lot of those are civic causes. We did a gender reveal contest to have some fun, to connect with expecting moms and dads. We're always lighting different things and looking for different ways to do it. We're the city's cheerleader up top. We're not just this unapproachable building that maybe was originally designed with the exception of the ob deck. Now the doors are open. You can come down here, spend half a day, easy to get to by Metro, CTA, walking distance, Uber. Ubers know how to get here now, no matter what the name, Sears or Willis. Right. We won't even touch that one. right. No, geez, far away. But it's one of these things where there's a sense of feels, and that's this thing that even if you're not here and you've been here for a while, you get it. It's like, okay, let's leave this place in a better hands than what it was when we started, and let's make sure people who are here from wherever they're at have that memory. And have it be good, and then have it stay with them. And again, if they never come back, that's our asset that they're taking with.
Yeah, and it's a beacon. Like if I'm at the rate watching the Sox, as I know you're a Sox fan,
yes.
Or I'm up north near Wrigley, my preferred team. You take a look at, there's the tower. You can always find your bearings. There's the tower.
Coming in on an airplane is another way to do it. Driving in off the Skyway, if you're looking at it, I see job security. A lot of people see home, no, but you also see home, and you feel it, and it's like it's a really, going back to the original thought, it's a really sense of pride for a lot of people. When we changed the name, I can't tell you how many people came up to me and got in my business saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And it was unfortunately a business deal for it. And emotionally, people care enough to actually get that emotional is the point that you have. And how many years later they still have it, it means a lot. You're not thinking about Sears catalog. You're not thinking about Wrigley chewing gum at Wrigley Field. You're not thinking military at Navy Pier. It became part of the fabric of their psyche and stuff like that too. So we do want to tip the hat. We've got several items downstairs in the store, as we had mentioned. We developed that. We're still trying to do things and pay homage to our past.
Yeah, absolutely. And the best skyline of any city in the world. I'm not biased at all, but this is the captain of all that. The Sears is the Willis is that. See, I just did it myself.
That's okay. I can't, but you can say
it. And all right, Randy. Well, I mean, look at this view. Randy Stancik, General Manager, Skydeck Chicago. Thanks so much, and thanks for having us.
Pleasure, brother. Yeah. Come back again.
I will. I'll be here. And now it's time for news headlines with the brilliant Becca Burg. Becca, take it away.
Hey, Brendan. Hey. So we've got some fun stuff that will make a lot of people happy. Right out the top is that Metra is adding a whole bunch of trains.
Hey, that's good.
Is that not exciting?
Yeah, more public transportation is good, and Metra. It's very convenient. Nice.
Very convenient. So this is going to be on the Rock Island line.
Oh, sure.
Yes. Sure. So from South Loop down to the Beverly 4. So
I'm down on that line quite a bit. Going to the Southside Irish Parade, going to visit my aunt and my cousins and my friends down in Beverly. That's a path for me.
Southside. Yes. Oh,
going to cause some trouble on Western Avenue down there.
Yes.
Do what you can.
You go go to South Side for fun and like it is so different. North Side is like, let's just, but South Side is, I'm down to hang and party and tear
it's
it
real.
up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's going to be incredible. And, this got me kind of thinking, where do these extra trains come from?
Wow, I never thought of that.
How
do they've just been sitting at the yard? Yeah, I guess.
Right. How many were originally built? Do they have to build a new one? And then also, it is so heavy. Like, what instrument is putting them on these tracks?
Man, that's a question for some above my pay grade train wise, but. They're adding more trains. That's all we need to know as riders.
Right. And it's not just one. I mean, a whole bunch of trains.
That's great. And more times that's going to make me more likely to hop on the train if there's sometimes I'll look at the schedule on a Sunday and there's one at 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. That's too far spread apart. But if I go down to the loop and catch one to the south side, and there's one every hour, then it's okay, I can do this. I can get down there for a couple hours, cause my trouble, drink my beer, and come back.
I mean, talk about a day.
Yeah.
You've certainly wrapped it up when you have done all of that,
I got a couple hours to waste at Cork and Kerry. Let's go. Let's see how many beers I can drink.
And then to still make the right time to get back
yes.
is, the frequency, the higher it is, the more you can kind of let it sail when you're down there.
Yeah, and getting to skip that traffic on the Dan Ryan, that is a blessing.
Right, absolutely.
That'll eat you alive, that Dan Ryan.
You do not want to be eaten alive on that damn Ryan. I mean, really. Oh, man. No, that's good. I think that's going to be super, super exciting. But bouncing over to not transportation whatsoever. I don't know if there was an easy transition for that. But the Bears quarterback, Caleb Williams. Yeah. Caleb Williams will grace the cover of Madden 27.
Yeah. Iceman.
Yes. Do you play Madden?
I used to play Madden. I guess I've kind of fallen off. The last PlayStation I had was a PlayStation 4. And so I was still playing Madden sporadically, but I guess I don't make time for Madden anymore, sadly.
That's really sad to hear.
How about you? Do you play Madden?
Well, I mean, here I am kind of giving you some shit for it. But, I'd say the last time I probably played Madden earnestly was in middle school. Okay. I didn't do Halo. I grew up in a very Halo-heavy household.
Sure. Uh-huh.
My neighbor had Madden, and that was really fun because it was actually so very different.
Yeah.
And I loved playing sports growing up, and it was this really cool thing to see it translate into a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a lot to wrap my head around it, and okay, so that player, but does it play like that actual player does play? There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
So
strategy.
Yeah.
So
right. It's they think about this a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And I heard he's the first Bears player that's been on the cover of Madden. So that's very exciting.
That's massive.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the follow-up question is, are we going to have a big blowout, celebration for him? Because Caleb said it was his childhood dream.
Yes. Oh, that is, that warms my heart. I'm just so happy for him. I'm sure he's celebrating at a place much cooler than wherever I could take him to celebrate. He's
South Side, baby. Take him down there.
Caleb, let's hop on the Rock Island. There's extra trains now. Come on, let's go. We'll go down to Cork. Beer's on me. Well, first round, then the next 3 rounds are on you.
Right.
Come on, Iceman.
First round if my card goes through.
right. Exactly.
Right. Oh, man. No, that's good. I feel like you would totally show him all the great spots, though, honestly.
I would definitly try. Yeah. And we'd probably go to the club, and he'd get in, and then I'd be like, no, I'm with him. I'm with Caleb. Sure you are, buddy.
Right.
Yeah. Wait at the door. Wait at the door. The line's over there, buddy.
Yeah, no, around the building. No, keep going. Yeah.
All right, we'll get you in soon. Don't worry, Caleb's in VIP.
Oh, the line's not moving whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
Caleb's already 3 bottles in at the VIP table, about to go in the back room, have even more of a good time.
Right. I know I'm going to get in soon. Just wait my time, bide my time.
It'll be worth it, I swear.
Well, that's awesome. I'm happy for him. It's
God.
just cool for the Bears. Anytime, a nice spotlight's on the Bears in a positive way, that's great.
Yeah, and just to honor a childhood dream.
Yeah.
You love to see it. Chicago pride, for sure.
He's a good player and seems like a great guy, too, so.
Yeah. It's good when people get what they deserve, in a good way. I mean, that sounded like really malicious.
Right, you meant it. I felt how it came across.
Yes, I meant that in a very earnest
You'll
way.
get what you deserve. In a good way, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Caleb, please, I am not trying to start any beef.
No.
Only if it's bit beef. Like, we could do that. We could have fun about that, but let's not make it anything real, please.
No.
Yeah. Well, on the same, bar train of it all.
Yeah.
This is heartwarming to me, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. Is Carrie's Lounge. You know Carrie's Lounge?
I know the name. I can't say I've ever been there.
Okay, well, Carrie's Lounge, it's a beloved bar in the West Ridge neighborhood.
Okay, all right, sure.
Yeah, so it's on the north side. So we were talking about south side. Now we're kicking it up to north.
Yeah. We got both ends of the city.
Right, we got to spread that love. All right. So get this. I don't know if you know, but they are known for having a cat as the general manager.
Well,
that
that's cool. I like that.
When places do this, I'm like, you are doing it right. There was one town that was a dog was the mayor. And, it's also like, okay, everyone else is running this, but the general manager is a job that requires you to be locked in.
Yeah, in this drinking establishment.
Right.
Yeah.
This cat has been, to all the bodega cats that are just lazy and lounging around, they're not even cleaning. And then we have this cat at Carrie's Lounge that is full on generally managing the place, is amazing.
What do you say, GM? Last call?
Meow. Right.
Okay, we'll keep it open for another while.
Meow. To know the different depiction of the meows of we know the no and we know the yes, and honey, that was the yes.
That was definitely
right.
That was definitely a decisive meow.
Right. Yes, that was faster coming out than any processing time needed. But times are changing, aren't they? And unfortunately, that the Carrie's Lounge is changing ownership.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the cat, general manager, has their own bar stool.
Oh,
right.
That's adorable.
That's got to be kept there either in a glass case or absolutely loved and adored, because what a staple that is.
Yeah. That. Oh man. I tell you, I've never been there, as I said, but if I walked in and I saw a cat sitting on a bar stool, just with it, with a cold old style. God. And just kind of keeping a watchful eye over the place, making. Hey, go get them some darts, Hopping
down and getting back to work.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay, so it's changing ownership. I got to get in there and see what this place is all about.
That was exactly my thought, is get in there while this sort of ownership is being handed over. But so the person who owns it right now is Pete Valvanis.
Cool.
So he believes that the owners will be super chill and try to keep the vibe of the place. But he bought it back in 1972.
Okay.
So that vibe has to be preserved.
Yeah.
That's what gives the longevity of the places.
Yeah, those cool neighborhood bars, the history is part of it. You want it to go in there and be the same as it was decades ago. You want to be able to have a beer there and then not come back for 10 years and walk in and have it be the exact same. That's what you depend on. So, yeah, I'm sure he did his homework to find some people that were, all right, you get this place, you're going to keep it Carrie's Lounge classic.
Yeah, I totally trust in him that he's making that choice, because I have heard of some business owners that they'll get a lot of great prospects, but if they get a sense that person is not going to uphold what they built, because he has built and maintained this for so long, beyond livelihood. This is a destination, a piece of Chicago history.
Yeah, and a part of his life. It's like his, identity in a lot of ways. So, yeah, you want to make sure that continues on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
The one thing that had been rattling in my mind that I didn't want to get confirmation on because I some things I just want to speculate on and just kind of ponder.
Totally, Becca.
Is if it's a sort of Punxsutawney Phil situation.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't think this cat from 1972 is still the same cat that is there right now in 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. That something tells me that that's not the case. That's not the same cat.
Yeah.
And if it isn't, which again, we can't say for sure. But yeah, I wonder if
how long the cat's been employed there and how many cats have been GMs there in the past. It is a natural question. How long will the cat stay aboard? I hate to say it, was part of selling it because the cat, expired.
Expired.
Man, I just saw the look. The look like that. Oh man, I'm sorry, Becca. That just absolutely shot you through the heart with that thought. But yeah, I mean that maybe okay, man, the cat's no longer with us. Maybe it's time. It's a sign to sell the bar. I hope that's not the case. I hope the cat is maybe retiring to Arizona or something.
I think that's honestly the case. Yeah. I think you picked up on that vibe there. What I would love to see is like a big kind of frame of employee of the months, and it's all the cats.
I would like that too. Man, Whiskers has been on quite a run. All right. Well done.
Holy shit. That one's a worker.
All right. Well, I'm going to start planning the Chicago podcast at Carrie's Lounge because I got to find out more.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it is. Well, and speaking of Chicago staples and natives, John C. Reilly from Step Brothers. I mean,
absolutely.
Talladega Nights, Boogie Night. I mean, we could just keep going on. So John C. Reilly found a long-lost picture that he took with one of his comedy idols.
Okay.
I love when this kind of unsurfaces, right?
Yeah.
So years back, John had he got the chance to meet Gene Wilder. And Gene Wilder, we know Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka, I feel like Willy Wonka doesn't capture the essence and, but that's the one that we can all.
That's the one that jumps out at you. Yes. All
we
those
all
movies.
Point to.
Yeah. But all his years with Richard Pryor, all those movies they made together. He was married to Gilda Radner. Gene Wilder, University of Iowa graduate as well. I'm a Wilder fan for sure.
Yeah,
I can see why I could see John C. Reilly looking up to him too. Now that you say it, it's it kind of makes sense. He would be an idol for John C. Reilly.
Oh my God. And that's the thing. I feel like someone like Gene Wilder, idol. What's the level above that? Because I mean, truly like a staple and a centerpiece, and still kind of has shaped how we still approach art, and
right,
and is a part of the fabric of the core of comedy still to this day.
Young Frankenstein,
right, and so cool that John C. Reilly, found this picture. I mean, I can't imagine the joy of holy shit, I still have this.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Oh, that makes me happy. Yeah, you got these are some uplifting stories today. My heart feels lighter.
Me too. Honestly, we love some good hard work, and Chicago has that. Chicago is full of love and warmth, and so we got to keep spotlighting and sharing that, right?
Yeah, that's great. All right, that's very cool. Now that I know those two are connected in a mentor-mentee type of way, or at least idol, somebody that John C. Reilly looked up to. I'm going to carry that with me. I like that.
I know. It's really the most earnest thing, and it is so sweet. And the fact that, John C. Reilly is also in comedy, that that carries so much weight,
right.
And, just to know how much that means.
Yeah, I can picture young John C. Reilly with his, I think he's a Brother Rice guy, him saying, that guy's got curly hair just like me. Maybe I could be a comedian. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And it really is that simple sometimes. It's like, I'm funny. I kind of, okay. And then boom, you know?
There you go.
And it's such a fun, like, it probably likely, like we were talking about childhood dreams, you know, someone that you look up to and you see and kind of plants that seed of maybe I could do this someday. Maybe this is it.
Yeah.
And then getting to meet them when you meet your idol and it actually all checks out. And, you know, it doesn't sort of, oh, this person was horrible. But no, when it all checks out, I mean, that's got to be one of the greatest gifts ever.
That is a very good point. Yeah, it's always touchy meeting somebody that you look up to, and when they're great, it's like, oh man, it can really solidify your belief in them. That's a good point.
Yeah. Uplifting. Here we go.
I love it.
I
keep them coming, Becca. I love it.
Okay, so this one I am super stoked to have, you know, stumbled across. Okay, so I don't know if you're ready.
Okay. All right. Let me steel myself.
I don't know how ready you are for this. All right.
I'll take a deep breath. All right, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, you seem centered. Okay. So a new swimming-themed art installation has debuted along Michigan Avenue's Magnificent Mile.
I like swimming. I like art. I love the Mag Mile. Yes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hit them all.
These kind of art installations to me are next level. This is it. I love, like, it is so extremely innovative. I mean, the time that they, you know, we were just talking today. Today feels like such, okay, this is summer. Today is hot. Here we are. We're shifting our mindset of water-based activities.
Right.
How incredible this, I mean, I feel like I need to just go immediately after this and just go check that out because I'll want to keep going back to it.
Yeah, it's very cool. So it's can you have any details on like what the art is?
I certainly do.
Oh,
I don't know.
I knew
Are you
you
ready?
Would. I knew you would.
Are you ready for the details?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hit me.
Okay. So this is called, it's Monuments of Stillness. So this is the work of artist Carol Fuhrman. And this is to celebrate what she says are two of her biggest fascinations. And that's always when you know you're going to get the best art, is when they are just so fully curious and you're seeing their exploration through the art about the human form in water.
Hey, those are two good things.
Yeah. She says that to touch water is in many ways to touch infinity. And throughout my life, my happiest memories have been surrounded by people and water. And those experiences have found their way into my artwork. That's what she had said. Isn't that not?
That's poetic, man.
Incredibly poetic.
Yeah, when you think about, I mean, a lot of times I think of, some great times with my friends. We were at a lake house, or we were on the beach, or on a boat.
Oh my God! Every summer,
knocking back some high noons.
Yes, get Caleb Williams on there, and it's a good time. Throw John C. Reilly in the mix. Oh my God, you'll be laughing your way through those beers.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I'm excited to go see this. I like when they do those installations on the Mag Mile. That'll be very cool.
Oh my God, and you can just tell with her approach to this, and her quote with this is. It's how impactful this has been for her. And, I wonder how long someone like Carol kind of lets an idea like this sort of marinate and actualize. And, it's probably like something that's cemented for her as a child of associating, like you were saying, like these memories of, these great moments that water can bring, the fluidity. It can carry sadness, but it also can bring this uplifting joy. It really, it feels like it does embody the human spirit. Yeah. And, for those that believe in evolution, we came from the water initially. And so, I mean, this is something that on a primal level, on our cellular level, we are connected to water in ways that are more, there's more depth to it than we can also consciously, I think, carry day to day, if that makes sense.
I'll buy that. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. And Like, I'm just thinking about myself. So, like, I think I'm going to go to Michigan Avenue in my swim trunks and take a selfie with the statues. You'll see it on Instagram. I'll be posting it on my stories.
I will just be refreshing until it hits my feed. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm sure you can't wait.
Get a cold brew in your hand. Oh, I know Brendan is on like cloud 9 right now.
We've got a very pale man in his swim trunks, standing too close to the art. Just send a cruiser by to make sure everything's cool.
You're like, when did they get an intercom system here on Mag Mile?
All right, those are the headlines. Thank you, Becca. That was great.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
I headed straight down for Chicago when I rev 294.